Hi guys, I'm Dimension Jumper and today I'll be reviewing Pokémon Sword and Shield, which were released in November of 2019. Now, these are the two mainline Pokémon games that were released on the Nintendo Switch, and people, I think up until some gameplay of it in trailers were released, I think people were thinking that these two games would be, the animations would be quite well made and quite high budget-ish, mainly considering they were basically on a really powerful console like the Switch. But the gameplay, the mainly battles, gave these games a bit of controversy, mainly because some of the stuff that were shown in these games felt like they came from the 3DS Pokemon games, not only graphical wise but gameplay wise and some of the other parts. But yeah, and these are just like every other Pokemon game. You basically go through a region and basically beat every gym leader and become champion. But this time, the region, which is the region of Galar, is based on England, and I've got to say that's quite cool. I think Galar is basically a cool version of England. Because it's got a lot of stuff that's based on England. So we've got some of the towns are basically I've got these massive structures made out of steamwork, kind of like how England was like in Victorian times. You've got wooded areas. You've got several areas of land where you can walk around, and yeah, I think some of the areas in the Galar region are quite cool. Now, with every Pokemon game comes your starters. Now, the starters of these regions are Scorbunny, Sobble, and Grookey. Now, I think these starters are... I've mixed opinions about the starters of these games, mainly because, I quite like them, but in my personal opinion, I don't think they're as good as previous starters. I mean, the designs of each starter are quite cool, and so do their evolutions. But I personally think some other previous starters are slightly better than the starters of these Pokemon games, but I still like them. And for me personally, I chose Scorbunny Scorbunny to be my partner, which is basically the fire type starter. And yeah, from there on, I basically travel around and caught Pokemon and basically became not gym leader, a champion. Now, the Pokemon, basically the new Pokemon in this game, again, the starters vary for me, because there's some that I like, some that I don't like. Some of them are Pokemon like Wooloo, Crovenite, Scorbunny, and several other Pokemon. But there are some Pokemon, in my opinion, that I don't find as impressive. I kind of think that Game Freak could have made a slight improvement of both on Pokemon in these games, and also this is a new mechanic in this game is Dynamaxing or Gigantamaxing, or it's what I think they're both used or said in this game. But what they basically are, it's basically a combination of Z moves and Mega Evolution, because with Mega Evolution, how that's kind of used with Gigantamaxing is that some of the Pokemon that can Gigantamax change form. So, for example, the champion's main Pokemon, Charizard, who would have thought, the Charizard changes basically not only how large Charizard can get, but also his body changes as well. So for example, his wings, instead of being just his normal regular wings, Charizard's wings are basically fire wings, and his stomach area basically has these sort of tattoo type things. You'll see on the screen right now what I mean about Gigantamax Charizard. And also, when a Pokemon Gigantamaxes or Dynamaxes or whatever, they also have different moves. kind of like how Z moves work. But the downfall to this, to using this in some of the battles you can use it in, is that it's only used like in 3 turns in one battle, and I think that kind of loses out on some of the other things that were brought into the Pokemon series, like Mega Evolution and Z moves, mainly because I kind of wish they could have used it more in battles, but. Yeah, that's kind of wish they kind of added more of that into the game. And now it's time for some gameplay of Pokemon Sword and Shield. Now, the gameplay of Pokemon Sword and Shield are quite nice. Or well, basically what I mean is that before you even go into fighting Pokemon, you can basically just go around and basically go and bump into Pokemon. Kind of like how they did in Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee. And you can basically fight them, and you got like your moves, and depending on where you fight, if you're fighting in the DLC or in the main game, each Pokemon has a different level in which you can fight them at. So if let's say a Pokemon was at level 60 and one of your Pokemon was at level 15, let's say, that means you have to grind up and basically go and grind until you're a higher level. And also, one of the main things in the DLC that I wanted to talk about was how to scale they've made Whale Lord. I mean, if you look at Whale Lord in the previous games, it basically looks the same as other Pokemon in older games. Oh, and there's a Sharpedo. Yes, and also Sharpedo also attacks. And I've got to say, hang on, I'm just going to quickly battle Sharpedo. Yeah, and also, as I said before, the gameplay, like the main, battle animations aren't really that good, because yeah, they aren't just they're okay, I guess. For example, if I choose Dreadnought, I mean, I'll just show you some of the animations. So if I choose something like, let's say, Lockjaw, yeah, that kind of feels like something that came out of Pokemon, like, X or Y or Sun and Moon. Yeah, I kind of wish that gameplay kind of added more to the gameplay. And also, just like in previous Pokemon games, you can capture Pokemon when their health are lower. Oh, and nope, okay. Thought that would be good enough, but to capture Torpedo, but okay, so yeah. That's basically what you do in Pokemon games, just try and catch a Pokemon and build a team. And I think my team in this game they're okay, I think there are some improvements to them. I think they can be improved in some areas of my team. And also, if I can get to dry landing quickly, there we go. This is one of the outfits you can get in the DLC, and I quite like this outfit. I think it's one of the cooler outfits in the game that you can collect. And also, that is a Pokemon Gigantamax thing, in which different Pokemon can be found within the game or within that area. And I'm just going to quickly show you that, and show you how you might battle them. So I'm just going to run away from this Jigglypuff. So I think this is a Gigantamax Pokemon. So if I just so yeah, and by doing this, oh hang on, you can basically just fight like the Pokemon doing raids against other Pokemon. Up to 4 trainers you can participate in this type of battle. I think, yeah. So yeah, that's a big Rhydon. It's basically a giant Rhydon. And also, in the battles, you can basically make your Pokemon Gigantamax or Gigantamax, or I think it's one of those two terms, but it's basically Pokemon basically look like this when they change. And I think some of them, as I said before, I think can change not only like size but also form and shape, or depending on which Pokemon are used. So for example, Charizard, I think also Venusaur and Blastoise, and also Dreadnought as well. Those are some of the Pokemon that can change form when they Gigantamax, or again 1-2 turns. And also some of the Pokemon that you fight can have a barrier, and I think that's quite interesting because then it basically takes more time to try and take out a Pokemon. I know it's just playing or fighting against Dynamax Pokemon with friends or other people you might see online. Yeah, and also if Pokemon faints, then you'll be kicked out of the den, depending on how many Pokemon faints a certain amount of time. So I think it's I think they can only faint 4 times until you're kicked out of the den. So I would suggest try get together with friends or whoever, just so you can catch a certain Pokemon that you might want to capture in some of the dens. And so yeah, I think there's kind of an interesting turn and times of how to battle and stuff like that. But again, just like in normal battles, it does the battles in this don't feel as good as normal battles. It just feels a bit underwhelming with these kinds of battles. And also after a while, Pokemon will come back from fainting. So that's, I guess, I guess there's a plus. You can put your Pokemon back and to help you fight. So yeah, I think that's okay. And also, I think I forgot to mention this, is that when you Dynamax or Gigantamax, you will get different moves, and they will be good, bad, because of the Pokemon various types of moves of being super effective or weak or not very effective or don't do that much damage. So yeah, I quite enjoy doing some battles, and also some of the moves that can be played can, if you're Dynamax, can have an effect on the battlefield. So for example, if you use a water type move, then rain will fall from the sky and stuff like that, and then you also get a stand cloud. And yeah, so that's it for gameplay, and now it's time to go back to the review. Now, these games are the first games to use different gyms in certain points of the game. For example, this game, Pokémon Shield, has a ghost type gym and instead of a fighting type gym, and Sword has a fighting type gym instead of a ghost type gym. That sort of things. And I think Pokemon in the future should probably do that sort of mechanic. You can have different gyms, or have some of the same gyms, but some of the gyms are restricted, or if you're going into a new region, you can basically just go to any of the gyms that you fancy to go to and basically challenge. And yeah, I think this is a cool concept because this means you can basically bring different Pokemon into those different gyms, and then you can fight the gym leader and stuff like that. And also, once you're in the gym, you can basically have to do these sort of tests sort of things before you face the main gym leader themselves. And I think that these are slightly better than previous gyms, because in previous gyms it's basically puzzle sort of elements, like in Pokemon Diamond and Pearl. The snow gym, or the snow gym, or the ice type gym, I forgot what it's called, the gym, but they use the ice snowballs to basically make you create a path and get to the gym leader. But I kind of prefer the challenges because they vary in which gym you're going in. So for example, in the fire type gym, you basically have to battle fire type Pokemon, and before I think other people, like the other trainers, do it. In the water type gym, you basically have to either turn on or turn off certain pipes that can either restrict your access, and I think that's quite cool. And again, wish they brought that back into probably future Pokemon games. And also the team. I mean, the team is still the same. It's the same team in both versions, because this Pokemon teams is called Team Yell, and I don't particularly like Pokemon. No, not Pokemon. I don't really like Team Yell in this game, because I was kind of expecting Team Yell to basically, because in the game, Team Yell basically cheer on one of your rivals, and yeah, that's basically it. They're only there just basically to support on one of your rivals, and I kind of wish that Team Yell had some more significant part of the game, because one of the things I would have liked to do is basically for them to go out of control a bit, and basically and for them basically saying that the rival should use the box art legendaries to basically to win within the challenge of beating the gym leaders and the champion. And I've kind of wished they kind of did that, but instead of that, we basically get these two Prince brothers who want to use the legendaries to basically control all of Galar. And I've got to say that's I kind of wish Team Yell kind of went a bit. Kind of wish that Team Yell went a bit crazy, towards the later end of the game, so they could have gone out of control and summoned the box of legendaries. But yeah, because I kind of prefer some of the other teams in the Pokemon series, like Team Magma, Team Aqua, Team Plasma, Team Rocket, those types of teams. But it's okay, I guess. And also, another major difference that these two games have is that these are the very first Pokemon games to have DLC. Now, there were two DLC packs. The first one being the Isle of Armor, and the other one being called the Snow Tundra. I think that's what the second pack is called. Now, the Isle of Armor has already been released, and I've already played through some of it, and it's okay, I guess. I mean, within this the first pack, you basically go and fight these gym karate guys, or you train with them for a bit, and you then get to meet this Pokemon that's this little bear-looking Pokemon, and then it evolves into this larger bear. And I think depending on how you evolve it, it can have two different forms. I'm not too sure on how that is worked, but I think what I've seen is if you go to one of these two different towers. I think that's how you evolve that Pokemon. I forgot what it's called, but I think that's how you evolve it. And also, one of the things that that these games brought over from previous Pokemon games are regional variants. Now, like in Pokemon Sun and Moon, some of the Pokemon in this game are basically old Pokemon, but different forms. So you've got Galarian Meowth, Galarian Slowpoke, several other variants. To be honest, I only know that Meowth and Slowpoke have Galarian forms, but I've got to say, I do like some of the forms that these Galarian Pokemon have, just because they look quite cool, and it's just, sort of nice to have like old mechanics being brought back. But I do wish that Pokemon or Game Freak or someone at Game Freak brought back Mega Evolutions, because Mega Evolutions, to be honest, were quite cool. So I kind of wish a Mega Evolution was brought back. So yeah, and one final thing I would like to mention is that these two games have a wild area. Now, the wild area are basically these areas in the game where you can basically fight Pokemon and basically capture Pokemon and collect items and stuff like that. But this time, you'll find these well things that can have different Pokemon in them, and depending on which one you fight, they will, or it might have like the normal form or like the Gigantamax form. And I think that's quite cool, because then you can basically go on raids with like other people online or with your friends, and you can basically capture Pokemon. You can battle them to get some XP or stuff like that, and I think that's quite cool. But it's like not kind of like just like it's okay, I guess. It's like they only use in gym battles and in the Pokemon League, but yeah, I kind of wish they kind of used them more in more battles. So yeah. So my final verdict for these games are that they are good. I kind of wish they had. I think they could have had more potential for these games, and also I think some of the memes kind of helped, and also because like the memes were the Pokemon girl in this one was like what was mainly used in some of the memes. And also from what I've seen, I think one of the memes was that the champion was going to be someone like the Queen or something like that. Like it was going to be a queen looking person, but instead we get Leon, I think this was his name is, and I've got to say he's okay. He's an okay champion. But I kind of think it would have been funnier if they had someone that's around the same age as the Queen being the champion, just so it would have been funny. Yeah, and two like corgi Pokemon just electrocuting your Pokemon. Yeah, but yeah, I think these Pokemon games could have had more potential in them. I kind of wish they had the national dexes in them. I kind of wish the way in which the battles could have gone a lot smoother, instead of being kind of like how the 3DS Pokemon games went in terms of battling. And yeah, apart from that, I do enjoy these games. They're quite cool, and yeah, and I suggest you get either one or the other so you can have a go for yourself, and also get the DLC pack as well, so you can enjoy catching Pokemon and enjoying a new story. So yeah, so that's been my review for Pokemon Sword and Shield. I hope you enjoyed that video. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.